Hello and welcome to me playing some Vic 3. Yay, it's been a while and I've played a tiny bit, but not much recently, and looking at things. Yeah, there's been a few major updates since I last played, and so things are different. I'm gonna play some Portugal. So, Portugal it is. The good news is, none of these bits of my current land have, yep, we're all good. We are all good. No special bonuses, so I don't need to worry about optimizing those. I do believe I start off with some very powerful laws, and we just escaped a very bad fracture in our economy. So, what are we gonna do? Gonna do things properly. First, we're gonna realize, wow, we have the landowners in charge. I never would have guessed. We are suppressing the Catholic Church. Interesting. We have the intelligentsia, which I think is the main reason why we have a contested government. Okay, so we have a monarchy. It's very popular. We have an oligarchy, which is very popular. Now is a decent time, it seems, to swap to landed voting, which will increase trade unions as well. Okay. So let's go and do that. That's a good starting point. We'll move from oligarchy. It'll reduce our authority quite a bit. But, well, what's the advantages here? Government legitimacy, ideology penalty, aristocrat strength. Yeah, so this gives us a little bit more capitalist power, which means we might be able to swap to something. Interventionism is fine. Actually, I think that's probably your best bet at the moment. So yeah, mercantilism, I remember. I'd probably swap to maybe protectionism, maybe? We'll see. I want to play a nice, casual, relaxed game of Portugal. Hopefully. This is not going to end up being relaxed. Yeah. So they do start off with some colonial growth. You know what, let's try and get to colonial level 2. We do have state schools. I would like to swap the local police force to dedicated or militarized at some point. You know, I haven't done militarized before. Much. I haven't done anything that much, to be fair. We have allies with Britain. I presume that means we are not part of their customs union, but we should be able to trade with them, which is nice. So we have vineyards and all that stuff. So, we have military shipyards that produce basically nothing. We have standard shipyards that produce nothing. We have a lack of, so... Okay, let's do that. We'll grab no construction centers, actually. We already have construction centers, apparently, draining everything. We need logging camps. So we'll build some logging camps. Do we have... Yes, we have. So we actually have a lot of population here and a lot of population here. So we should focus on Beira. So let's get ourselves some of this. So let's do that. Textile mills. Intensive agriculture is just such a good way to start. It'll take forever, but yeah, we'll go intensive. So low organization in my armies. Okay, we'll have a look at my armies in a second. Yes, wood shortage. My interests are disappearing. Very low standards of living. Okay, let's figure out what's going on with my armies. Well, the main problem does appear to be that we have several armies with no commanders, and our third army appears to be our largest. Okay. So, landowners, armed forces with a diplomat and pious. Where is this Congo? Sure. Minus 50% from command limit. So organization here is 100 because it just has 100. So here it is, yes. Currently limited to 25. Daily organization, there you go. So we'll grab... Oof, I hate all of these. So command limit plus 10%. And brave. Gives you popularity. Cautious gives you character health. Tactful gives you defense. Okay, okay. So there you go, 30, 30, and 9. So we basically can. I don't think the Portuguese army is going to necessarily be vital for this game. We have 2 here, we have 1 in the Congo and 1 in Zanz. So what we want to be focusing on would be technology that gets us to... Where the... Haha, there you go. So once we have intensive agriculture, we probably want to go down to... Civilizing mission, malaria prevention and antibiotics, yes. Right. And where is our market? There you go. No, we'll keep it here. And we'll filter for staple. There you go. So let's get our staple goods up and running. Basically the only one that has a market issue would be wood. Paper is an issue. Where are we producing our paper is a good question. Trade routes from the British. Right. So paper's a good factory to build up here. We have a textile mill already. It's losing money. So there's not much we can do about this right now. Right. I would personally like to start trying to annex some of the stuff down here. To try and, you know, unify ourselves a bit better. Maybe try and declare an interest down there as well. We have a single loyalist. Let's go. Good, good. We shall find this individual loyalist and say thank you to them at some point. Military shipyard. Everything needs a bit of wood. Okay. So let's just make sure the British are on our side always. Good. Do we want to... So since we're going to be working with the British, we'll try to align ourselves with them. If that's the case, let's grab ourselves... yeah, let's start trying to take over a bit of North Africa before Spain can. Try and fight Morocco at some point. So they have 27 plus 12 and we have 10 plus 0 because we just came out of a massive economic crisis. The path to liberalism and patronize romanticism. An arts academy with traditional art with 90% occupancy and level 2. So we actually do have a lot of natural resources now that I forgot. So we probably want to be focusing on oh my god. So opium ban, political movement, okay, sure. Preserve oligarchy. Oh, because we're doing, okay. So what we can do is we can take Morocco, Mascara and all the others, annex these ones and then give that land and then maybe consider going to war to France eventually. But for now, let's get our civilian economy up and running, aka wood. And then, so we can build in Beira and Evora can, Alanteo? Yeah, Alanteo can probably be coal, iron, sulfur, basically everything we'll need will appear here. Okay, and then what about down here? Dyes? Okay, that'll be good. Actually, dyes would be great. question. Can I not use... Oh, it's silk. Man of Wars and small arms are expensive, okay. And I think all our barracks are general training. Good. Politics, sorry, that's this. Yay! That was pretty lucky. Minus 500 is something I can live with. The speed of this is not something I can live with. If I am completely honest, if I could pause this, I would love to. Enemy side, and then undecided is Britain, who will be on our side, and a bunch of people who not necessarily will be. We're also not in a great state to annex things ourselves at the moment, and seriously, man of wars are... we do have a military shipyard that is producing money. How is the construction of our logging camps going? Three weeks on our first one in, well, our capital, which I'm not even going to attempt. But yeah, we have a bunch of peasants everywhere. I think that is actually private construction. Yeah, okay, we're good. Landed voting has become law enactment time. Let's go. Let's get that assent. That's 2 in a row. That's a 1 in 4 chance. Let's do that. This is a good, solid start. And then we'll get our intensive agriculture, which will let us have fertilizer. And then we can start working on... Well... Yeah, so factories up here would make... Oh, wait. Where can we get a lot of logging from? So 5 here... How much logging is here? 2. We're not going to bother there. 4 here. Best bet would be here then. But even then, that's not a lot. And actually, we want the sawmills as well. Okay. But we'd want to build tool factories here, is what we'd want. So, tooling workshops we'd want. Definitely want to go for iron tools, because we have iron. And I do believe right now they are not making a profit, because we're not consuming any iron. So let's focus on that as well. So we will not be building in Beira just yet. Okay, fascinating. So that'll drop the price of wood. Unless... I forgot to check what why the price of wood is so high. Consumed by construction, glassworks... Isn't Glassworks the one that uses? Yep, there you go, that uses dyes. Shipyards and everything. Ah, okay. And there's just nowhere near enough. Fair. Come on, 57 and... Oh, 15%. Okay, that's acceptable nonetheless. So, Britain has decided, yes, they want to go to war with China. Can I... request a war goal? Because I wouldn't mind getting myself the full province of Guangdong instead of just having Macau. Like, I wouldn't mind having the entire province, to be fair. We'll see. Because that would be a good point for me to start fighting into King if I wanted instead of fighting France in North Africa. And a good spot for me just to start building a port, and then an army, and then moving into Vietnam, or Siam, or whatever. Cambodia. Or just snake my way across and grab, basically, like, well, Tibet doesn't have anything. It's just mountain. Yeah. There's a bit of iron and coal. Actually, Tibet does have, well, logging. Yeah, nothing. I think that was... Yay, completed. Yay, we're making some money from that. But that was definitely the wrong kind of call, but I'll take it because it'll alleviate it quickly enough, and wood is fine. We have landed voting. Okay. We now have parties. And I imagine we have an election upcoming. Perfect. So we probably want this group in power. Stop suppressing so that they may join. I imagine, okay, these ones are not affiliated, +1 with agrarian and agrarian, so currently, exit reform, there is not a great set of options, because somehow these guys are just fighting against each other, due to royalists. Oh no, they're royalists, so yeah, naturally they'll ally together. The other groups, trade unions and such, not so much. Yeah, no reason to. That would be nice to do at some point. Right of assembly would be great. I'll keep the monarchy. I do like the authority. And speaking of, let's grab ourselves the road maintenance. Just throughout. There you go. That'll get ourselves a good number of things. The dueling workshops will start helping us with pretty much everything. So we have livestock ranches up here. And honestly, if I just have the livestock ranches running continuously, like tools and stuff, but that'll just increase my meat, which, yeah, again, not something I'd need more of. Let's try and get our recovery going, eh? Like, I'm starting to look at this and be like, well, we can get one more construction sector, but where? I'd like one down here, to be honest. Well, yeah, so these 3 states will focus on construction for now. And main goal is, okay, almost certainly, main goal, either path to liberalism or just having education. Private schools actually, I theoretically are better, but... Oh, election. So do we want the Regenerator Party to have more momentum? Paper mill throughput for 2 years. Or minus. I would rather they have more momentum right now. Since their momentum increasing will increase the number of votes. Increasing the number of votes means more legitimacy when they get into office. Government, you guys are still undecided and unaffiliated and don't have a desire to join any parties. Good. I assume the Agrarian Party is not going to succeed, sadly. So what I want to know is, why sulfur? What industry could we... Okay. Market. If we have a low market price, we maybe want to start some export routes. Trade routes. New export route. Productivity. So 0.923. 3.7 from the dyes, 2 from the fabrics themselves. Fruit is pretty good. Send some fruit their way. The iron is ooh, the liquor going to the... I would expect wine. But you know what? We are allies with the British. And sure, the Pope can have our liquor. I should play a Pope game, actually. That's a good point. The Pope is always fun to mess with. Okay, let's make ourselves a bit more money then. Okay, 74% votes to the party. Free adjustment of our government. I do like it. So that immediately gets us... 68 if we get the petite bourgeoisie in. Or landowners. Well, if I do... you are actually a member of the intelligentsia. So it's unacceptable, but... Support enact homesteading. Interesting. So we have tenant farmers, which is landowner political strength, and homesteading gives us farmer strength. Commercialized is them, serfdom is just... And we can't do land reform either, so homesteading probably... Commercialized probably is the best idea? Homesteading is... allows multiple, which is homesteading, and so... Interesting. Two buildings under construction. Okay. So let's get ourselves recovered. Are the clippers still absurdly expensive? Oh, okay, they're still being scaled for construction. And we're trading them out to people. Is one of the reasons protectionism is so fun. Dangerous gunsmiths. Build... Oh, the armed forces are questioning the wisdom of relying on imports. Okay. So they want right of assembly. So build an arms industry. Any state. Well, if I was going to build an arms industry anywhere, I would probably build it in here. The place where we have an arm... yeah. Oh, it would be risky. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to do it. Because the thing is... we could import tools. So buildings, rural. We're kind of getting to an interesting spot, so we'll start importing tools because that's a thing you can do. Import tools from the British. That's fine. And then I imagine... where is it? Yeah, it is a rural building. I'm just blind. Oh, look for that. There you go. And then sawmills. Service tax is always helpful. There you go. And now buildings. Now our slight issue has been solved. Standard of living decreased. That's not a nice pop-up. But I think we're getting there. It's been a bit. We're still... you know, Morocco is just a good point for us to start getting ready for war, to be honest. So, naval base is 1. We do not have a naval base in... yeah. so they have 2 flotillas. Aye, aye. Two frigates. Okay. Do we have a ship that is stronger than 2 frigate flotillas? Probably want to drop down to a 3 while I'm doing this. We do, actually. Okay, we have 4 frigates and 3 man-of-wars. We have a marginally stronger plan a naval invasion. Huh? Senegal, Congo, Do we not have a HQ? Okay. Yeah, so we'll just prepare a naval invasion, set up our armies, get into Tangiers. But considering the current state of our economy, so what I would like is I would like to presumably I would like to. They're cooperative, but they have a poor attitude. The only thing that does scare me is that they actually have a significant army. With 288 projection. That is more powerful. Ooh, not much more powerful, but I guess our battalions are slightly better. Oh, but ours are spread out. So I was wrong. The 3rd Portuguese army is actually going to be significant. Of all the armies, this is going to matter. 222, so Beira can have thing is, we have okay, so currently we have lancers, which are mobile cavalry, long lances designed to spearhead, plus 10 morale, grain and small arms. With a little bit of iron, you get cuirasses, which are 25 and 20. So slightly more defense, and 30%, okay, the same, less kill rate, basically just slightly better for defense. Again, 20 offense, so less offense and more defense, and the hussars are just generic. So basically, do you want, how much defense do you want versus how much morale loss are you willing to suffer? Also, I think, yes, they do use the same amount. So cuirasses are like middle ground. I'll take dragoons, to be honest. And thank you, but I realize now that I need to go to lancers and decrease, and dragoons increase and death. Right, that's thank you for my cat who just ran around. But we're kind of getting to the point where this is a good point to end in a bit. So yeah, halfway done with intensive agriculture, buildings, gonna get our army a bit stronger, and we're gonna get construction sector. So yes, we finished our logging camps. They require more tools. Tools will require wood, etc., etc., and then we can start working on getting rid of our dependence on these imports and start exporting a bit more. There you go. We have a lot of fruits. So So the export routes I'm good with, except, ooh, the export of clippers is not profitable. The import of tools is not profitable, and the import of... Okay. We'll have a look at goods. Do we have any staple good paper? So, grab some paper. Good. So let's fix our economy up a bit. So staple goods, paper, furniture is fine at 30%. Tools is still massive. So import from... Yeah, okay. That doesn't help. That should expand out as we need it. There you go. That's better. We need a little bit. Thank you, Britain. And then for the military, we currently rely on Britain, which we want to stop doing. So that seems to be a good week to end. Yeah, that's a good week to end. I've started a bit of Lisbon, I've started a bit of this, that, and we appear to be... I completely forgot to join the war. That could have been free land. I will maybe do that next time, but I want to go to war with Fez. Sorry, with Morocco. Take the capital Fez, do some stuff like that at some point. Maybe unite, you know, North Africa under Portugal. Do some stuff and try and get this sorted, because that's going to take too long. And yeah, military technology. Do we have... So we don't have Napoleonic. We're getting paddle steamers. So yay, more convoys. I don't believe convoys are an issue, so that's fine. Population is good. We'll start getting that growing once we have healthcare. And once we have tools, arms. I think arms is just in need of... hardwood. Okay, so we'll need to swap some construction over to hardwood. Shipyards are doing not great, but they will recover. Military shipyards are doing fine. They will not need to recover. We will... Indeed, we will need more factories, and then we will start automating stuff and all that good stuff in a few hundred... A few decades. Yeah. We'll make Morocco big. That's a fun goal as well. We'll try and make Morocco big. Or we'll just eat Morocco, to be fair. But that... It's... Step 1, make Morocco big. Step 2, eat Morocco when we are multicultural? Because right now, bad idea. Because religion is probably... Where are my religion laws? Well, I'm literally just, yeah. Yeah, there you go. So, that's maybe not great for that, and... Oh, we do have freedom of conscience, but... Yeah. Maybe not the best. Oh, we do have professional army. I like professional army. But yeah, so we have national supremacy. We probably want to go a few steps down before we take Morocco. Cultural exclusion at the very least. That way you're going to have way less of an issue. And then, yeah, that needs more technology and stuff. And we can start doing these techs to get ourselves more workforce ratio and such, as well as, obviously, protect children, get rights of assembly once people are chill with that, which means we're gonna need to push the Catholic Church and armed forces out of government, and probably push in industrialists. And we have a jingoist available. And obviously, we have the agitator for enacting homesteading. I would love to. It would actually radicalize the landowners, however, so we may have to wait a bit for you to do that. But good. Thank you, I guess. Lots of support. Lots of radicals. Yes, that's good. I think I've stalled enough. That was the first episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.